It's hashtag time because we're going back 10, 20, and 30 years in the world of cinema. Released this week or this month, even this year. So we'll go back to 2013, 2003, and 1993. Here we go. Oh, you said
So
that's 2000.
look, there's it's slightly lacking this week, AJ.
It
Actually,
happens. It happens. Not every week can be a hit. Let's just be real.
okay. So this week, AJ, it seems that I've looked forward a little bit. The month of August is going to be quite slow in the TBT areas because not necessarily all 10 years ago, or all 30 years ago, or all 20 years ago. It's going to vary a bit each week. But the way I've seen the numbers over the next few weeks, it doesn't look like we're going to have an entry for every single 10, 20, and 30-year-old. So slim pickings, clearly. Everyone says that January is the graveyard period. It seems like August is the graveyard period
It's because
historically.
Jurassic Park dominated everything, so no one else got a release. This is the problem.
Literally, right? But we've got two movies this year that are dating 20 years old. First of which, funnily enough, you actually mentioned earlier today, which is weird. You keep doing this. You keep
How I do
getting
this?
TNT movies. But the first one, look, it's a cookie cutter generic throwaway movie, but it freaks me out that it's 20 years old, man. And 20 years old this week, Colin Farrell, LL Cool J, Michelle Rodriguez, and Samuel L. Jackson, David Ayers. What?
Who would have flunked it? Who would have thought that would have been the film that I randomly called?
You can't
Um,
plan this.
you can't. You honestly can't. SWAT, SWAT, SWAT,
Yeah.
SWAT. What is what I could call? This is when I think you realize that the hype of the actors can't match quality. Like you still need quality because I still am a fan of all four people on that poster. I love L
100%.
Cool J as a rapper, as an actor. Michelle Rodriguez, I just love the attitude she brought in Fast and the Furious, and I was like, here we go. Samuel L. Jackson needs no introduction, and as much as he was in a terrible role, from the minute I saw this man in Daredevil onwards, I've always had an appreciation for Colin Farrell. So
He's
I was
brilliant.
like, these are four top quality stars, and it's a film about SWAT, and they look the part. They look like they're going to give you this all out action movie. And have I seen SWAT many times? Yes. Did I enjoy SWAT many times? Yes. However, I can also say that I looked back while watching it and went, it didn't match the hype that I thought it would, but it's okay. Then watching it again, I'm like, this film is odd. And I won't even put it as guilty pleasure. I just put it down as watchable. Like I have an enjoyment, but it's not the hype it has for the actors in there, and it's not the world's greatest story. You've got Olivier Martinez as this villain. I will pay $10 million to anyone who can free me, and then the whole world has just become a bit GTA, and everyone becomes a have a go hero if you would to free the villain, and it just doesn't work. It's weird. I haven't watched it in a while. Could I watch it again? Yes. It's very. I'm not going to give it a thumbs down. It's not getting a thumbs up. It's very mid. Ultimately mid for me.
I have watched this movie once, and I have never, ever felt compelled to watch it again. When I say unoriginal, cookie cutter, generic, and bland, boy, do I mean that. Amongst a plethora of amazing action movies that exist historically and even modern action movies, this doesn't get a look in. Like, there's no way I could say that it is impossible to watch every single movie that has ever been made. There's just too many. It's not possible.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So, in
I
the
agree.
short, 60 to 90 years that we get given on the planet, you watch, if you're a cinephile, you watch as many movies as you can, right? There is nothing in me that feels compelled to tell movie lovers, moviegoers, and cinephiles, oh, you should give SWAT a check. There's nothing in it that would make people go, oh, yeah, that's for me, that would make me say, that's worth a watch for X reason. Every single actor gives better career defining performances elsewhere. There is no memorable action scenes in this. The direction in this is just leaves nothing to the imagination. So for me, it is a hard thumbs down.
Fair play.
This movie, your life will be no less complete.
That I agree with. It's not game changing. It's not game changing, but if you have a spare moment, yeah, watch it. But
With so many game-changing movies out there, just do better. To quote you.
fair play.
Second movie I know you've seen. I've never seen it, so it's your chance to sell it to me. Because 20 years old, AJ, Jamie Lee Curtis and Lindsay Lohan, Freaky Friday.
I mean, look, Freaky Friday. This feels very generic. I I can't remember another film that's come along the way. It probably was called Freaky Friday as well. It's big. It's all of these body swap movies along the way. Would it stand out to me? I can't. It's really bad that I can't remember the original film I can think of where mum becomes daughter, daughter becomes mum, and they have to live their lives out. It's fun. It's honestly fun, but is it memorable? I can't even remember the first Freaky Friday that I've seen, which is really bad. But it's just you know where it's gonna go. Oh my god, I'm in your body. Oh my god, you're in my body. Oh, how do we switch back? Well, we both said I wish I was you. Let's say it again. I wish I was you. It didn't happen, and then there's a life lesson along the way, and it's at that moment that and this torn parent relationship. I'm not even getting into spoilers. You know the template without seeing the film. Do you know what I mean? And then it helps rebuild their relationship. But it was fun along the way. Do I like Jamie Lee Curtis? Hell yeah. Do I like Lindsay Lohan? Hell yeah. I know she's had a troubled history since then, but I still wave the Lilo flag. Like, I just do. It's there. Again, it's mid. Like, I know you can't vote. You don't need to see it. There's probably one or two laughs that I can't remember along the way. Like, oh my God, yeah, I did really laugh at that. But I don't believe I've seen the film more than twice, if twice is even a number out for that.
You've
It's
seen
maybe a
SWAT,
one.
Freaky Friday. Lol.
Yeah, I have. It's fact.
Lol. I'm definitely not watching Freaky Friday.
No, it's just because of the way it was. I had SWAT on DVD. I was desperate to have SWAT, so I had it. Freaky Friday, I just caught on TV. It's not to say it's a worse film than SWAT. I believe it's probably a better film than SWAT, but it's just how many times I got to watch it. And because I've seen that kind of film again, if you've seen Big, you've seen Freaky Friday. Do you know what I mean? They're all in the same world.
Well, okay, so that brings us to an end of Throwback Thursday.